I'm Sister Catherine Smith, and I have been in the community for close to 65 years. I began my teaching career in Tignish PEI. 2 weeks after I started teaching, one of the teachers asked one of the little girls in grade 1 who my pet was. And the little girl said, "We're all her pets." So that's the way I have lived in my teaching career for the rest of my life. I was moved to Notre-Dame and I taught grade 4. And the grade 4 I had were a very musical group. So therefore I had them in the music festival, in the dance festival. I ended up in Montreal. There were a group of children who were coming from Italy, and I taught them English. After that, the provincial saw my picture in a book from Tignish, and she asked who I was, and she called me back down to PEI to teach. So I taught in Prince Edward Island for the rest of my time, and I taught mostly high school. I felt the students there were very intelligent, and many of them became CEOs of their company in later life. And they often came back and spoke to me about how I influenced their teaching and their learning. And then I ended up in Bluefield High School as a librarian. I helped a lot of students in research. They had to do research for their papers, so I used to take them to the university. I always kept boarders. We had boarders there who went to college, and boarders who came in to take grade 9 and 10 at Notre-Dame. The priest at a new parish, St. Francis of Assisi Parish, asked me if I would be the assistant, and I worked there for 13 years. It was really a wonderful experience to be working with the adults, helping families, and I took communion to all the seniors who weren't able to come to church. I really enjoyed my work in the parish. I stayed on for 5 more years as a volunteer. After I retired and went to Notre-Dame, I picked up my music because they didn't have anybody to sing for Mass, and I learned how to play the Mass and hymns, and so I've done that ever since. I like being busy. I was asked to help at Hillsborough Hospital. There's a number of children there who are mentally not able to learn, but I worked with one girl for 2 or 3 years, and I got her to read and do math. I sort of tried to get her to see that when the snow fell and they talk about how many inches, I showed her that so she'd show an interest in it. And the temperature going up and down, I taught her all this so that she'd be more aware of where she was living. Marguerite Bourgeoys, she went out to people. I like to walk, and I think she liked to walk. I often ask her to come with me when I go